on the Oregon coast, and I put some stickers up in a one town.
So when it comes to large-scale mural cover-ups, make sure that you are always consulting a director for something like that, or you are consulting me. It is something, generally as the activism becomes higher in risk or scale, the more you need to get consultation.
You're almost in as many meetings as you are doing actual activism.
Not really anymore. Having the non-network meeting and then our regional meetings too was just really annoying. And then I was like being summoned to like fit meetings, like post event meetings, and I was like, dude, I don't know, dude, I'm gonna go work out. Like I told Thomas once, like a couple times for a meeting, I was like, yeah, I'm at work. Sorry.
Big if true.
Vincent, you need to make a mega with the banners that we did.
I do, yeah, I haven't pulled my companion folder.
Add it to the already made for the Portland drop.
Hey Lawrence, have you ever tried Not Milk? It's this coconut milk. It's all soy-free, gluten-free, lactose-free.
I prefer soy milk.
I haven't tried it yet. It sounds good though. I'll try it out.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
Do they sell it like Safeway or something?
I think so, maybe. I mean, like, there's a lot of vegan alternatives in the area I live in. So it's really easy for me to find, but I don't know about, Florida. But,
they have alligator milk there.
Based?
Yeah.
They literally have like alligator farms and they just like milk the alligators with like suction cup.
I like this image.
I can picture it. But basically, it's got a picture of a cow with a slash through it, and it says "not milk." It's red and white, and the cow is black.
Interesting. I haven't seen it in any of the stores I go to. I mean, Publix at where I live is like, apparently my mom is not very pleased with their produce section. She thinks it's very lackluster. So if I went to a Sprouts, that's the thing we have. It's kind of like Whole Foods, I guess.
I know what Sprouts is.
Oh, okay,
I know what
cool.
Publix and Sprouts are. I've been at both of them.
Cool. I never knew what they were until I got here.
Is it one of those things? Is the not milk stuff one of those things that weirdly tries to imitate normal looking stuff? You know how they have like vegan bacon, and it looks just like regular bacon.
Well, I mean, vegan hot dogs look like real hot dogs. They just taste like shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One time I had a bunch of those bean burgers, and I was like, "This is fucking disgusting." I couldn't put enough cheese to mask the taste.
Think about them beans.
Nigga eating beans.
Anyway. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll look into it. I'm sure my mom would probably like that.
Dude, I honestly kind of like want to move to the South just for Publix. I love that store.
Yeah.
If I'm a simp for any store, press the button. Whoops. If I'm gonna simp for any store other than like Costco, which I mean Costco sucks by the way. I just like buying stuff there. It's gonna be Publix.
Oh man, I want to go back to the Kirkland Costco and go get a. Oh, sorry, Travis, you go.
No, sorry. What's the deal with Publix? I never go there.
I just really like their prices, and I know a lot of people who work at them, so I know what kind of wages to expect. They just treat their employees really well, and I appreciate that in a business.
Yeah, in my area, we have this place called Holiday Market.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that's pretty. It's like between the quality of like a grocery outlet and a Whole Foods. But what happened was that giant fire, the 2 fires that burned up my area, that were like several thousand acres. People had to be People had to be evacuated, and then they never came back to work. So they basically closed the Holiday because they're like, well, because the fire was like half a mile from the Holiday that I always shopped at. So I couldn't go back. They were like, yeah, we closed the store from 12 to 2, and we also close at 6 o'clock now. So I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, Travis.
Hey, Johnny. It's weird that like a fire of all things would cause people to not come back to work. But if you walk around rural California, all people do is bitch about how no one wants to work shitty fast food jobs anymore. They're like, oh, we're paying these people not to work. It's like a constant in the air.
Oh, I had fun with fast food. I didn't actually have a problem with it, to be honest. I liked working in the kitchen. Pay sucks, though. Oh, hey, Johnny, by the way, update. Mailing it tomorrow. Real sorry it mailed today. I went to work today and forgot to bring it with me. And I was at work all day. Yeah, but it is done.
Fantastic. Oh, did you mail it to me then? Or
Yeah, you too, Alex. Okay. I'm making another set too for Georgia and Alabama too.
Lawrence, wouldn't it honestly be better if instead of just making an order and sending it directly to Thomas, I just sent an order to you and you could just have your order come to Florida, or maybe I just do the Washington guys and then John can just send me my order from him?
I don't know. I mean, I think it just makes the route a little more confusing more than anything.
Just tell them to bring it to the events. If you want to get it, hand it to you directly. Just tell them, I'll be at the next event. And just do that.
Well, to an extent, I kind of am doing your plan, because I did send John a big package of stuff that was intended to hand out to pretty much all you guys out in your area. But I am specifically sending something straight to you. I've just been kind of a nimger about it, I guess is the best way to say it.
A jogger, if you will.
Yeah, my apologies.
All good, man.
It's unlike
There's nothing to forgive. You're good.
Anyway.
Hey, Lawrence, are you in Florida? Or are you... What the heck is this guy doing? Are you in Florida, or did you move to the PNW?
I'm in Florida right now. I could go back to PNW. I don't know. I'm thinking about going back to visit sometime, but I don't know when I'm going to do that, because I've got a big trip up to somewhere. This is coming up in the next couple weeks here. And then I've got December 4th, which is going to be another big trip. So if I go back to Washington, it's going to have to be sometime in January, I think.
But John, I want to explore like snow quality and all that.
That would be cool. But John, if I were to come back, how long do you think I'd be able to stay?
At my house?
Yeah.
I do not have an answer.
That's fair. Actually, no. Hughes got TV. I don't think I really want to deal with that. Did you get tested, by the way? Are you all right?
It's latent TB. It's nothing to be worried about.
That's right, yeah. Well, no matter what, I think I got a couple couches I can crash at, and all you guys and other people in Washington, so I'll be all good. Pitch a tent in Seattle, all good. It's free real estate. Hey, what's up, tough guy David?
What?
What's up, tough man?
I'm fine.
Good to hear, man.
How do you turn off speech to text on the computer?
Let's see.
You go to your audio wizard in the configure. If not, then it's in the settings itself in configure. It's one of those two. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Go to settings. Then go to general. Adjust general settings. Then there's text to speech. Just turn it off.
Oh, I don't see a text to speech settings. I don't see a general settings.
I'm on my
Audio
phone.
input, audio output.
Oh, one sec. I hope I'm actually connected to Mumble MXC. I should be. Let's find out.
Go to the messages setting. And it's in that Dropbox. It's towards the bottom.
I just turn the volume all the way down.
That, or you could just manually disable text to speech for literally every setting.
Okay, I guess I just need to. Oh yeah, that's right. I was having a weird issue with certificate authentication. I don't know why.
John Washington.
Connecting. Oh, that's right, yeah. It was all glitched out.
There, now it's not gonna tell me who's joined the lobby, join my meeting, and etc. Because like I'll join a meeting room, I'll be like, for example, I'll tell everyone to join the meeting room right now, and I have to wait like a whole minute because it's just going through the list of people who like joined the meeting, and I'm like, dude. So I'm glad that's turned off.
Still on your phone.
It took me 2 weeks to figure that out.
Oh, it's taken me months, and I asked for help, so.
Yep.
All right, everyone from the Great Pacific Northwest, let's go to the meeting room 1 channel.
It's good to see you all again.
Likewise to you, Johnny.
I miss having my big meetings.
How you doing, John?
I'm hanging in there.
Are you sick?
Oh, sick in the head.
Mood. I hope you didn't give John Utah too much grief.
I actually just sent him a giant wall of text. And you joined Mumble right when I mentioned your name.
That I tend to, when my name is mentioned, I tend to be summoned.
Very interesting. Like right as I was spelling it out, the headphones were like, Johnny Idaho, enter channel. And I'm like, what?
Knew y'all were talking smack.
But I wasn't like mean to him. I just stressed that it is of utmost importance that we go get something done in Boise.
Yeah, I'm talking with in Idaho, and I'm going to be trying to network with those guys, and maybe when I have a lot of that ProMat stuff that Lawrence is sending me, I'll probably next, like on a Monday or whatever, I'll head, or Tuesday or whatever, I'll try to head down there and just try to work out with the guys down there on my own.
Yeah, I'd suggest like prioritizing, like, because they're just really easy to do.
Banners, yeah.
Like banners, yeah, in Boise.
He's sending me like an entire banner kit as far as I know, so that's going to be very useful.
Good. I can show you how to make the banner stencils that I make. And I take the stencils that are cut out, the banner stencils, and I tape them, tape all the letters together where they can fold accordion style. It makes it really easy to lay down to make banners, and you can use it with multiple guys, putting it up against a wall and making a quick mural, and it's good for portability. So I like doing that. The Coroplast is really good because it's reusable. It doesn't die on you like cardboard does. It doesn't take days to cut like cardboard does. We cut like almost all of our banner stencils. If we had enough material, we would have finished it, but we bumped them all out in like a night. And then another night we spent, I don't know, a half hour or an hour and made the majority of the other ones. I think we're missing like one letter, like W and B or something. But so when you get those, let me know, and I'll send you to Home Depot with a list of materials that you need to get and a price tag, which is a little steep, but buy once, cry once, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's an investment.
Yep. And I went to Utah and I showed those guys how to do posters. And the first poster we put up, some cops rolled up, immediately got out of their cars and came and talked to us because we didn't have like a poster route planned. It was just like drive around, look for boxes. And it was an area that's like, there's no foot traffic, like this one particular area. It's like there's places where people walk around a lot and it's common. And there's places where like there's sidewalks and you kind of look at the sidewalk and you're like, why is there a sidewalk here? Like I've never seen someone walking here. One of those places in a white bougie middle class neighborhood.
Oh, is it one of those like sides, like one of those strips of sidewalk to where you would actually have to go out of your way to like get in the street or whatever to go and walk on the sidewalk, like something that really just doesn't need to exist? Yeah, I hate this.
Yeah. So yeah, the cops came up and then I talked to the cop and took the poster down and stuff. We got to keep the poster, but when I helped John, I showed them how to make the glue, how to do it essentially. So I'm going to help them pick out places to like do posters. They're a little concerned that it can be like regarded as vandalism, but the whole point is like when you go out and you do activism, you don't get caught, right? Rule 1. So when doing posters, you want to be able to see all around you relatively easily, so you'll know if a cop is coming, or do them in areas like dead at night when there's no cops out. I've done posters in like Hobart, for example. No cops patrolling Hobart at like at midnight. We rolled by and I was like, "Ooh, let's get that box." But if you do like downtown Auburn, like at any time at night, people aren't gonna question it. There's weirdos walking around Auburn all the time. So you want to pick an area that's just like an urbanite place that's off the main artery of a freeway, and there's just tons of people that walk around, places with like lots of homeless, stuff like that. But the posters are relatively easy to do to like, and they're permanent once you get it down. So I want to see more of that out of Utah, and then I want that to be done in Boise. So I would like, you guys should tell the Boise guys to go scout out places for posters. So good electrical boxes that you could easily do at night and not get in trouble. Banners, and maybe even like a stencil area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I want to do the same thing with Spokane. I want to get all of Network 8 over to Spokane to do a bunch of stuff there, because that town is basically an empty canvas for activism. It is, and it's nice. And I think we would be able to get a lot of applicants there if we just started on the Telegram channel, starting to get big actions dumped in Spokane. So
yeah, definitely it would help. Let's network on that, and then I can talk with George, and because he was there for a while, and so we can kind of say like, hey, where are these places? Are there places that we do not need to go, etc.
I also have a lot of personal friends in Spokane. I used to go to Spokane every year.
Oh, wonderful.
Just in the summer, just drive straight there and hang out for a weekend. So
that's fantastic.
One of my friends over there actually is interested in joining, but matter of getting him to like
Apply.
take the final red pill of like being an activist. You know, people get red pilled and stuff. Then it's like, what do you do with it? You know,
I think
he's on that step of needing to do something with it.
I think the best way to red pill him on activism is just to be like, hey, I have me and the boys coming down. We're going to go do this. I want you to do this with us. Just hang out. And he goes, okay. And then let him put up posters, let him put up stickers and everything.
Yeah, like if you come up with a sticker run, but like for someone who's completely new, like just a sticker run, like in a park, it's kind of like, whatever. But, yeah, taking him out for like a day of like banners and stencils would help.
Posters. Yeah, you need help. You need them put up posters. Posters are great. You're throwing.
Anyhow, we're missing some people. Marcus, where's Tyler? Who else are we missing? Tyler's probably stuck at work. Wow, this is annoying not having the PNW general chat to work with. Now I have to like go to 3 separate channels and look at the heads.
Looks like we're missing Jack as well.
Yeah, it doesn't look like what Leo's not here, right? Nope.
They all at work. Whatever. It's their fault for not being able to get an opinion in. So we're gonna hash out some dates and hopefully they can make it. How many people are here right now? At least 10? I'm not looking at the screen. Someone count for me.
8.
8. Maybe I'll, like, bribe some local homeless people with a pack of marbs to do some drilling with us or something. That'll work. I almost bribed one homeless guy in downtown Olympia while we were doing the Trayvon Martin mural. He was like doing throat singing. He was like, just walking around doing that super fucking loud.
Here's an idea. How about we do some real high intensity training? Let's just go to an Antifa rally and just try our best.
Oh yeah.
I just want to jump in uniform and say that that's not a good idea.
I know.
I think it's a brilliant idea, Thomas. You know how my dad taught me how to swim? Threw me in the deep end of the water pool.
They pushed you over the edge of Niagara Falls.
The context was...
just making sure.
Yeah, no. The context was we were missing some people, and so John was like, hey, maybe I can hire some homeless people with some Marlboro cigarettes to drilling with us.
Is John Washington, Lawrence, Florida, and home? Why do y'all venerate these homeless people to such a high extent? Just don't understand. There's nothing wrong in principle with not having like a building to call your own to legally sleep in, but I think like idolizing this scenario outside of like religious asceticism is a little.
Well, you see, we were doing a stencil in downtown Portland, right?
I've heard
not Portland. You own Olympia, you have? Okay.
You lay down under a shopping cart and
no. That was in Tacoma
or something. Oh, sorry.
That was in Tacoma. No, we were in Olympia doing a stencil, and there was
Stick a
this
needle in
homeless
your
guy
arm from the sidewalk, so the cop just says one of them.
Yeah. No, there was this homeless guy in Olympia walking around doing Mongolian throat singing, and he was just making this bizarre sound that was like as loud as he possibly could. Yeah, and so I was contemplating, because there's this mural we want to do of George Floyd on this side of the intersection, but there's a lot of people down the street. So I was contemplating bribing the guy with a cigarette to go down the street and distract all those people while we did the mural. And I really wish I did, just so I could say
You
I
just
did.
have him following you around for the rest of the night, asking for more cigarettes.
That is what would happen, John.
Am I right or am I right?
You're not wrong. You're right.
He'd be like, "Oh, we're best friends now. I'm gonna ask for the rest of your cigarettes."
Reclaim America. Marlboro cigarettes.
You shouldn't even have cigarettes at a meeting like that to offer. I should note. Mixing aerosol and
that was the issue. We didn't have any. Otherwise, I probably would have done it.
oh, drat. Well, we'll just have to live without. By the way,
Okay.
in case it is an issue with any of you or your guys, if we have anybody who can't sustain to not do nicotine while they're out actively doing activism with people, that is a problemo.
We don't have that issue anymore. Joe Washington isn't a member.
Just saying in general, with anybody. I was just having a call with some other people who said one of their guys was committing quite a lot of effort to keep a lit cigarette in hand at all times during the rain at a meeting, in which things more than smoking were to be done. Sorry about the noise.
All right, Thomas, please mute. I have a meeting to conduct. All right, so I'm going to open up the meeting with the whole purpose of why I brought everyone across the BMW here. I need weekends that you gentlemen are all free, starting with the weekend of October 16th and 17th.
Yeah, I'm actually free that weekend.
I can get time off work.
All right, okay. 2 guys are free. All right, who else?
I'll make this easy. I should be free. I should be free just about every weekend except for that one weekend before Thanksgiving.
Okay. Like my headset's dying. But I'm just gonna use my phone.
This thing working?
I can hear you, Frederick.
Okay, I'm free that weekend.
Testing. Someone say something.
Hello.
Okay.
Howdy.
Okay. So that's cuatro people are available.
Did you hear Frederick Oregon? He said that he's available.
Okay, so that's 5 people. Including myself, 6. Who else?
What was the question?
October 16th and 17th. Well, since you don't have a long day to drive, okay, we should probably do the drilling. So it's okay. First, we gotta think of that. Okay, so having everyone drive, how would you want to do that, Johnny, Idaho? Would you want to drive like Friday night after work and then crash and then do drilling Sunday and then drive home afterwards? Or would you want to leave like early Saturday? Like, how would you want to plan that if you had to drive, like, let's say, over to Seattle?
If I had to drive over to Seattle, what I would prefer is, I wouldn't say immediately after work because I work the night shift. So what I would say is probably I might just take some pay time off. And
that's gonna be tough. You still need to be able to have December 4th off. So
no. It's so with my work, they're very lenient with like taking off work because what I work in, because Northern Idaho is a very much resort area. I'm basically the skeleton crew at my job site. So essentially, as long as someone can take my shift, my boss doesn't care. My boss even lets me leave early. He says, as long as you have enough people on the clock to conduct whatever you need to do, you can take off work. I don't care. If you don't want to work, I don't want to pay you. Then I'm like, fantastic. So very, so don't worry about that. But,
Okay.
so,
Well, I'll also have to worry about Marcus too, and he's not here. But
I can talk with Marcus about it. I can pick his ass up and I can bring him. Not too much. But yeah, so I guess what I could do is I could take off Friday and I could crash at somebody's place, whatever, and then I can be there Saturday, Sunday. I'm off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I can just go back on my ledger.
sorry about that. I got dropped. So you can take off Friday, and then do the drilling on Saturday.
Yeah, I could take off Friday, head down there, hang out Saturday and Sunday, and then I can leave and just head home at my leisure, I guess.
Okay.
So that's the 16th and 17th.
Okay. What about Frederick and Alexander? If you guys wanted to come up here and do, let's say we're gonna do a day of 4 hours of drilling, on a weekend, how would you want to do it? How would you guys want to drive? Would you want to leave like early Saturday morning and then like do the drilling on Sunday and then drive home afterward? Would you want to leave Friday and try to get off work a little early and like spend the night, then do the drilling Saturday and then like leave that evening or even leave in the morning on Sunday? That's typically how I do it. Like if I go hunting or fishing or something and I need to work, I'll try to get off work around like 2 p.m. and then like head towards like Spokane. Like let's say I'm going turkey hunting. That's how me and my dad would do it. And then we hunt all day Saturday, get a morning hunt in Sunday, and then turn and go home in like the afternoon.
Yeah, that'd be my plan. Is we'd be leaving on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So definitely everyone's in agreement then. We should do a drilling on a Saturday then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that works for everyone. So I'm gonna start circling all the Saturdays then. So it is a little early. It's not this weekend, but the weekend after, October 16th. If you guys want to do it then. But we also have that weekend, the next weekend of October, and then we also got all of November. And we should schedule at least 3 of these.
I'm probably only going to be able to make it to like next weekends and one in November, just because I don't normally have weekends off. I have to give a pretty advanced notice on weekends.
Okay, but make sure that December 4th prioritizes that.
Oh,
so
obviously,
if this causes you to miss that, don't even bother, please.
No. I already have that off. Taking time off is pretty easy. I just gotta have given them notice.
Okay, so
I'm already
16th,
good.
Okay,
for
16th
December,
of
no need to
October
worry.
then. Okay, so 2 weekends from now, October 16th. Frederick, are you available?
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Clark. Saturday morning / afternoon, are you available on the 16th of October, Clark?
That might be listening at work.
Okay. I'm gonna just put him as a yes. Okay, Vincent.
Yes.
Ethan.
Yes.
Johnny.
Yeah, I'll be there.
And Alexander.
For the
So
16th
it's
of October,
1, 2,
yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Thomas. Will you be there?
He's deafened.
Ah, damn.
Hey there, Clark here. I was kind of surrounded by people. I'm not free that weekend or the weekend after, but I'm golden there on out.
Okay, so you're available on the 30th then.
That's correct.
Okay, who else is available? Wait, isn't that Halloween? It was called like Oh, right, yeah. Right.
I doubt many of us will be going trick or treating this year.
I think it'd be funny if we all went trick or treating in the uniform.
It would be fun. Funny enough, what it would be actually better is if we actually did get costumes, but then we went around and we
Handing
had
out flyers.
Well, that or actually just putting up posters and no one would really think it.
Yeah, honestly, like if it wasn't the whole COVID thing, like people would be out and about doing that, and like doing Halloween activism would be probably pretty easy, considering all the silly things that are happening. That'd be perfect. I was also considering making jack-o'-lanterns with our stencils and then like leaving them at posters and banners.
Yeah,
and stuff.
no. Like, well, here's the thing though. Like, it's such a cheap activism thing to do because pumpkins are like 20 cents a pop.
Right.
I honestly thought about doing that, and also people would be like, "Oh, that's really cute," and like think about it.
Yeah, I did fashy pumpkins last year. I'm probably gonna have us together in here local network to do that. Okay, so that weekend, and then that works 2 weekends after that. Let's say the 30th. That would mean people are driving home on Halloween. So I don't know. Guys kind of got families and stuff, and little kids that want to go trick or treat. But I don't know. What do you think, Frederick? You're the family man. One of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pass from me.
Okay. So October 16th to go. Okay, let's just look at November then. All right, weekends in November, starting November 6th. Who is available?
I'm available.
Okay, one guy. Who else?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be available. I just gotta have a notice.
Clark?
I'm clear all of November.
Okay, sweet.
I would assume that I'm free that weekend, though anything could happen.
Okay. Dave,
November what?
All right, John. What about Johnny?
November what?
November 6th.
November 6th?
Yes.
That's not bad. I can do November 6th.
Oh, that's 6th. What about Ethan and Vincent?
Yep.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I missing someone? Nope. It looks like that's a good day to do it. What about November 20th? Would the Oregon, Idaho guys be able to do November 20th?
I don't know if I'll be able to do that, primarily because I want to be able to
You want to be able to turn on a shower faucet? Or whatever that was?
Sorry, I was messing with some stuff in my bathroom. No, so I don't think that worked for me, primarily because I want to make sure I can stay and, work, because, I do have a wife and all. But so I don't know if I'll see, and I'll just ask my boss. I'm like, hey, would you mind if I took off this time and then this time in November?
Maybe the 27th then. How does that work for you then? Like that's 2 weeks away from the last time you took off. So would you be able to get a weekday? Maybe you could work around it.
I can do weekdays.
No, I mean like work on the weekday.
I don't know. Schedules are kind of not that
That's
flexible.
your shift manager.
Try trading with someone for a weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll see what I can do. I'll try, though.
Hey, Leo.
Okay,
I
what
you
about
just joined.
What about? I'm aware. I'm gonna take care of him in a sec.
Okay.
Alexander and Frederick. What about you guys on November 20th or November 27th? Probably the 7th.
It's a no-go for both of those days for me. The 27th is really something I can't miss. I have something going on that day. And the 20th is a day that I just can't take off because I'm covering someone that day.
What are you celebrating the first time?
No.
Oy vey. Thomas, are you available November 27th? The drill?
I am available, and I would love to, but I can't bridge that distance, so no.
Darn.
But I am
Unable
drilling
to,
with
or
the text. Unable. I am drilling with the guys on the 9th, though, so I'll make sure to send all of my experiences and tips your way, so we can have a more educated attempt at these things every time we do them.
is it just a financial thing, or is it about other obligations?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
It's okay. I'll just FaceTime him on my iPad and he can be there in spirit. Okay, so that doesn't work for Alex. What about Frederick? 27th of November.
Which day is Thanksgiving this year?
It's 25th.
Yeah, I can make that. 7th.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is on a Thursday. Okay, so I'm going to put Frederick. I assume David available. What about you? Parker available. Ethan, Vincent, John, and
Hey, sorry to butt in here. I don't think I'll be able to make it to that Saturday in November. That's the only one though.
shit.
Yeah. I already agreed to go over to Idaho with my family that day. So
Well, go say hi to Johnny Idaho. Sneak out when everyone's passed out drunk and say, "Hey, I'm gonna go for a walk." Then you go do a banner drop with Johnny Idaho. Okay, let's go back to October 16th. Leo, would you be available to come up to the Seattle area on October 16th to drill with all of us? Are you there, Leo? Did the call drop for me? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, John.
I can hear you.
I can hear you loud and clear.
I can hear you.
Leo has world internet. He's free. Hello, Leo. Are you there? Just text me on Rocket Chat if you can't connect my.
I'm trying to get all the guys out for drilling.
Lawrence, what are you doing in here? You're from Florida.
Hanging out.
Okay, so I'll just Leo. So October 16th is definitely a go. November 6th is also a go. We need a third day. Maybe. Maybe November 20th then. That worked for Frederick, Alexander, and Johnny, Idaho.
No, like I said, I'm not available the 20th or the 27th.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, my Wi-Fi is not working tonight. What was the question again? October 16th?
Okay, yes. So we're planning 3 different separate days of drilling in the months October and November for preparation for the December event. That being said, we need to get at least 10 guys together and drill at least 3 times to effectively conduct the drilling document that Thomas beautifully makes. And it seems everyone, for the most part, is available on October 16th. So we would start at some field somewhere in Washington. I don't know where yet. Probably somewhere down south near like Olympia and Centralia, I'd imagine. So somewhere southern Washington. So it'd probably be like a 2-ish hour drive for you, Leo. There's also the option of doing an overnighter, but I don't think it'd be an issue for you. I'd say leave sometime early in the morning, come drill with us. I think drilling will take no more than 4 hours, and you can still be back in time, for dinner with the family. How does that sound on October 16th?
Yeah, I can shoot for that.
Okay. That gives us 10 people then for October 16th. Good shit. All right. Our next proposed day is November 6th, that Saturday. Do you have anything going on then that's going to stop you from being able to attend?
I don't think so.
Yes or no? Will you be there?
Is it going to be all the way up in King County?
Probably won't do it that north, but it's going to be down. I'm going to try to find somewhere sort of close, kind of down south, just to make it easier for Oregon guys.
Yeah, I mean, the closer it is to like Vancouver, the easier it is for me.
Right, but it is very important that we all get together and do this in preparation for our event. And it's not going to be like an all-day activism run thing. It's going to be literally just drive straight to a field. We're going to do drilling, and then people that have to can totally split. I'll probably plan activism afterwards, just because I want to do activism. So can you swing that November 6th?
I mean, I'll try. I want to be totally transparent with you guys that I'm not totally sure if I'll be able to make it to the December event or not, just for like monetary reasons.
Sorry, you said for monetary reasons?
Yeah, I'm kind of in a spot right now where I'm...
Cool. We can make sure that every single cent is paid for. Can you go now?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. John will mark you down. You can go, and we'll cover anything. You cover what you can, and anything you can't, you tell John, and he'll make sure you're handled. Sound good?
Absolutely.
There you go. Bingo, bango, bongo. Back to you, John.
Okay, that's another thing. Thank you for reminding me, Thomas, that we were going to go over. Okay, so 16th, everyone mark your calendars. Week after, we are doing drilling somewhere in Lewis County. And then November 6th, Saturday, I would also like to do it, but we are 2 guys short. I can probably try to scrounge a couple on affiliates. I imagine who else are we missing? Tyler and Jack. So maybe I know Jack will be able to do it. So I'll put him down. As long as Tyler's not on call for work. God damn it, Tyler, where are you at? Okay. What about November 27th? Leo, Oregon. Does that work for you?
The 27th is actually my older birthday.
Son of a gun. All right. Does November 20th work for you, Frederick?
I'd really rather do the 27th.
This is rough.
Hey, John. I can make the 16th of October. I was just double checking. As long as we get out before, mid-afternoon, I can totally do that.
Okay. I'll try to have it be organized between the hours of like 10 and 2, and it'll be close to your home. So, you should be fine. Wherever your home is. Okay. So no Frederick. Okay, well actually no, Frederick is available on the 27th. So is David, Clark, Vincent, Ethan, John. Correct if I'm wrong, Vincent, Ethan, you guys available, and David, 7th.
Yeah.
Of November.
Yep, I'm available.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thomas, what happens if I can't get everyone rallied at least 3 times before the event?
Then do it once or twice.
Okay. I guess that's better than none, right?
Yeah, if you can get 10 guys together on one day, just and you can really put in like a bunch of hours into it, it's as good as you can get. So don't worry about that. But as much as you can.
Okay. I think we're just gonna do the 2 then, October 16th and November 6th, because I can actually get enough guys for it. So all of you mark your calendars, October 16th and November 6th. I just got done marking my plan. If you guys don't have a planner, you should get one. Very white. And it seems like we have a bunch of maybes on November 6th, so we might end up having like 11, 12 guys, which would be cool. And then I also need to plan some activism afterwards for both of that. Okay, cool. All right. Now we can move forward to the next portion of our meeting. I need a list of names of everyone that is available for December 4th and is going. So all of you should be available. Unless it is your own wedding or funeral, you should be there. So I'm going to go to head count. Frederick, Oregon, for the December 4th event, will you be available for the whole 72 hours on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 3, 4, 5 of December? Will you be available?
As long as I can fly or drive there, then yes.
Okay. Fred is available. David.
Yes.
Beautiful. Clark. Clark. All right, he's at work. Vincent.
Yes.
Perfect. You. Alexander.
Yep.
Leo, Oregon.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Ethan, Washington.
Yes.
Awesome. And John Washington. I believe he will be there. And list of no's. I know Tyler probably won't because he is on call for work, which is super gay. This will be the third event he has missed. I told him to put me in contact with his boss. I'm like, dude, you can't just keep missing events. Okay, what about, where's Johnny Idaho? Where'd he go? Shit. Sit tight, fellas. I'm gonna call Johnny real quick. Be right back.
Just a better question. Who's not going or is a maybe? Just cut the...
Don't believe any of us that are here are even a maybe.
Perfect. Then we're done.
Yeah.
I start off with like who's not going because they're always I always assume that everyone is going.
Yeah, it's kind of it's faster to do it that way.
Yeah. 30 minutes or less is how I like to do it. But in that regard, if no one here is a no or a maybe, is this correct?
I think so. And drilling basically just means what? Like marching with the flags and learning about how to do marches and stuff?
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
There's a number of specific drills that need to be done that revolve around general basic movements and also things like carries and, contingencies for a number of things. It's widely applicable.
Okay.
I'm really hoping with all this drilling that we're doing, every single time I've gone to one of our events, I've always had some guy who doesn't know how to hold his flag straight. I don't know why. Always in front of me. So if you see me,
We're drilling all the basic movements, so we actually don't require anything like flagpoles or shields or any dress code items or anything for this. The idea is to get all the basic movements down, so if we do actually show up at camp to do drilling and something like that, then we only have to do those things and everything else is already handled. Because most of the time is spent on movements anyways, so just imagine if that was done. Know what I mean?
Yep. Exactly.
Are we also going to go
give...
over like I know we had some trouble at SLC with some guys not properly calling like obstacles. That's going to be something that's going to be mentioned.
Not something that's going to be specifically drilled in the meetings that you're going to be talking about, but I don't think that'll be necessary. So don't worry about that. Nobody will need to be calling anything.
All right. Cool.
funny how that turned out.
Is there anything else that needs to be discussed or anything else I can help with?
I mean, we've already got, for everyone in the room right now is 100% yes.
For the event itself, the December days?
4th. Don't have any.
Very good.
Any words from anyone here? Anyone and no for December 4th? Or maybe? Speak now.
Any of you who might be in the slightest bit concerned should spend time fortifying your schedule. So make double sure that your boss knows, X, Y, and Z. Make sure that, your family knows that, hey, I can't be available for this. I can't help Mima move. I can't go walk the goldfish, all that.
Speaking of which, when after this, sorry to delay a little longer time on this, but there is one guy I want to talk about who is, I was trying to push. He's been you and I both know he's been a little bit of a problem
one-on-one
for a little while. Yeah, sure.
All right, sorry about that. Johnny, Idaho's wife's friends was available to talk on Mumble apparently. But he is going to the events. And he needs to find out still if Marcus and Walter are going because I made him responsible over them. So I got a couple maybes because we don't know yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 members that are coming to the event.
What happened?
He got moved mid-sentence.
So are we on free time right now?
I guess. I don't know. He was mid-sentence, and Thomas moved him into a different meeting room.
That's power right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys are interested or not, but the reason I was half an hour late to the meeting was because one of my neighbors showed up at my fucking door with some little girl they found in the road.
Was she okay?
She's okay. I mean, she's autistic. I mean, that thing was before they found her in the road. But turns out that she belongs to my fucking meth head, heroin addict cousin who also lives on this property. And they just weren't watching their child. Pretty sickening.
Bro, what?
Bro, what exactly? So I went up there and I fucking was like, "Hey, is this fucking child belonging to you? You know that you just let this child wander out of the road and it almost hit by multiple cars, and you shouldn't be surprised if CPS shows up here in the next couple of days because the neighbors are furious." I told you when you were here that we got a fucking couple of freeloading fucking drug addicts that won't get off the property.
Good Lord.
And then because of the eviction moratorium, it's almost impossible to kick somebody out.
Yeah, it's a pain right now.
It just blows my mind though that somebody like that could have custody of a child, especially an autistic child that needs constant supervision.
Yeah, there's a lot of squatting going on right now. I've heard people that are landlords. Also, I am totally against landlord.
I mean, no comment, I guess.
Remember I said that in general chat, and people at first they were agreeing with all the things I was saying, and then I hit them with the yeah, I also believe people shouldn't own land. 12 people started typing comments, and they're like, "What the fuck? Based on Washington wants to see as a means of production?" And I was like, no. I meant this from an end prim stance. I would have loved the Wild West when you can just find some random area and make a house. I was at Arches National Park with John, Utah, and there was a guy who went west looking for a drier climate, and he settled on that national park. Before it was a national park, obviously, because he had a hurt leg and it helped his leg injury with heat. So he made a cabin with his son and his wife, and he literally just like lived there in the desert like a Chad with his own little private ranch, and he lived to be like 85 back in like 1806 or 1856. Crazy. His house is still standing.
See, that's American ingenuity right there. American engineering. You don't get that these days. Also, unpopular opinion, I think cars should be abolished.
I don't know. Horses are
based. Horses are based. You can't change my mind.
All right, so all right, still got to count for Jack Washington as well. So that's 8 plus 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe even 12 people. What's our current head count for everyone in the Pacific Northwest? I think we have like 20 guys. Let's check the Telegram. Okay, we have 18. So we can potentially bring 20 people from the Pacific Northwest, and that'd be really big. Okay, that kind of wraps that up then. Does anyone have any questions regarding the drilling?
I have 2 questions. One of them is regarding drilling, one of them isn't. The first question, this came up in general chat yesterday. Do we have Don Washington accounted for? If Don is showing up to this?
I've messaged him and he has not responded. He has not been online on Rocket Chat in a few days.
He also
I was actually going to talk to you.
He's been away for several days as well on Telegram. Says he's been last seen within a month. So I'm probably going to just clear my messages with him right now and tell Thomas to remove him.
Yeah.
For inactivity.
I would suggest that. I mean, I know he had that surgery that happened and he was recovering, but there's no reason you can't at least look online, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he said he had a surgery, you know, and he was going to be healed up in a couple weeks, and then, Thomas said, by the way, Clark, for that job you're interested in, Thomas said that it's fine.
Can you repeat that? I didn't quite catch it.
Thomas said it's okay. You can go apply for those jobs that you're interested in.
Okay, thank you.
And my second question, which is more not extremely critical, but I was going to offer that if there were anything in the drilling that required like boxing gloves or anything like that, I have plenty extras. So if there was a need that people didn't have gloves and wanted extras brought, I could do that.
I was thinking of some sort of makeshift shields. Thomas says it's not necessarily necessary, but something that's not like a pillow or a trash can lid. Maybe if we have cheap plywood hanging around, we could get plywood and just like get some backpack strap, like drill a little handle onto it, spray paint them blue, even. Well, let's think. How much is a sheet of plywood? Anyone know?
It's actually gone down, so I don't know the price now.
Okay, a sheet of plywood. This would also make the video look better. Would any of you guys be able to go pick up plywood at some point and like use a skill saw and just cut some squares
not without having to come up with a really good backstory for that to explain that one to the people I live with.
What's the size that we want for the shields?
That's a good question.
So I think like Home Depot has these big sheets that they'll cut for you. So if you were to get like I think they were 6x12, and you can get them cut into 4 3x6s, but those would be pretty big shields or something like that, or 3x4. I don't know exactly what it is. But those would be pretty big shields, I imagine. But they'd be willing to cut them for you if you were to take the standard size plywood that they have.
Yeah, I was thinking of just maybe like 3 foot by 3 foot shields. Oh, here comes Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
Go ahead.
What conditioner do you use?
I don't know.
Alright, I'm just messing with you. So, how big are the shields?
On an average height person, I don't have the exact measurements
The
on the
little
top of my
round
head.
ones.
Oh, the round ones. I don't know exactly what.
Because I was thinking of making some cheap plywood ones just for practicing.
No, for any of the drilling, you don't actually need the shields. The
It looked
equipment.
good on video.
No, walking around with pieces of plywood. The drilling can be videoed, but it really doesn't have to be.
I was going to paint them and stencil them.
Still, the most strenuous thing is going to be getting guys to march in step, and also getting guys to be able to do the movements, consistently. And not all the movements are shield team based. 2 of them are, of course. So the idea is that even guys who aren't doing shield team stuff come event time are still going to be familiar with it if it's happening around them, so they'll be more comfortable seeing it. And also the shield guys will get to have practice drilling those things, even though not all the guys around them will be on a shield team eventually. So the equipment is, circumstantial. As far as the actual drills go, the 2 things that are in relation to shields aren't actually going to be used in conjunction with the round shields, but the other more rectangular shields. So even then, it's not really, necessary.
Okay.
But it'll look better, if you want a video or anything, for guys to be moving smoothly, doing really well and being fast and strong on the carries, and doing the line breaking techniques, very effectively and cohesively, and being able to walk in step really well. And I'll be trying to send out some extra tips about that as soon as I can. Okay. Well, realistically, you can forget about all of it. You can. You don't have to, but you can forget about getting content out of all these drilling things now, because that's just practice so that we look better come game day. You know what I mean? That's when we want to look good. Know what I mean?
10-4.
Cool beans. Any other questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, ideas?
No.
Anybody else got anything for me? Okay, thank you. Don't worry about it too much. It's just all about getting it done. And I think it's going to be good. It's just going to require practice, because there's going to be little idiosyncrasies and differences, no matter what, with all the different guys. But the idea is that we're kind of drilling in piecemeal with groups of 10, so that when it comes time for it, it's essentially like just Lego bricks, where all that we actually have to do the day of is give the equipment, train people on the equipment in particular, and some of the changes with that, which are pretty minor. Flags are still the same, banners are still the same, the round shields are still the same, and then just put all the pieces together and get everybody to do it in synchronous. But if everybody's already been really familiar with group drilling and in groups of 10, it's going to work really well. So just got to be all hands on deck for that. Cool beans. Anybody else got anything else for me? Anything I can help with?
That's it.
Alrighty. I'll see y'all. Stay safe. Thank you.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions regarding drilling or the event? Going once, going twice. Okay. All right. Vincent Washington, what are we doing for activism this weekend?
That's a good question.
To northern Portland this weekend, I have a full-size banner that needs to be deployed, and it takes more than one guy to do it.
We do not have weekends available ever unless I request them off.
Oh, it wasn't really directed towards you, Alexander, considering you're so far away.
It was directed towards Alexander.
Yeah, he said Alex at first.
I did not. All right. Okay, so Leo's got a banner, so we could potentially get Jack and Clark down there to do that with you. Then, I would reach out to two of them via Rocket Chat DMs. Aside from that, Vincent Washington, what is the activism game plan for this week? What are we doing?
Well, we do have a couple of banners on our end as well, but I think we've done practice stenciling recently, so if we were to practice or do some stenciling, that might be a valuable upgrade in skills until we get our posters and more banners made.
Okay, so you want to do stencils. Do you have a location in mind?
I do not.
What area are we talking about?
Washington area.
I'm guessing out north.
Yes, this will be stuff for networking. I mean, you're more than welcome to attend, but I don't think you really want to. You to be focusing on Portland and Portland suburbs.
Yeah, we really need to focus mostly on Oregon before we make trips out to other states.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you were talking about Washington. I wasn't paying attention there for a minute.
Wow.
Yes. So, okay, you want to do some stencils this weekend. Oh, what does everyone else want to do? Clark, what would you like to do?
You don't need me in here anymore, do you, John?
Not necessarily, unless you just want to hang out.
All right, I'm gonna head out too, guys. Sorry for my tardiness.
No, you're good. Okay.
Have a good day.
What about you, David? What would you want us to do this weekend?
Whatever you want me to do.
Okay.
Fuck, that's a good answer.
All right, Ethan.
I was thinking, probably just bang out some banner drops real quick around Seattle.
Okay. Do you have any locations in mind? I imagine you or Tyler does.
Not off the top of my head, but I could certainly, look at the maps and figure something out, and maybe we could even get up to Snohomish, like Vincent's talking about wanting to do.
Ooh, there's an idea. Yeah, we've been putting that off. Let's do banners in Snohomish. I like that idea.
Yeah, I can scout for some locations tomorrow, probably.
Okay. All right, Vincent, do that and come back to me. Go scout at least 2 locations.
Sounds good.
And then, I can't wait for all the stuff I've been doing to get posted. Like I sent like at least over 1,000 files in the past couple weeks to Mason Texas, and he's just like, bro. Would like to see something done in like Kenton, Renton, Berrien area. King
Yeah, we
County.
could do something then. Head up and do the rest in Snohomish, maybe.
Well, all right. I think that kind of concludes. Well, not yet. Who, to your guys' knowledge, who did not do activism last week?
Uh-oh.
Because I've been doing a poor job of keeping track. I know members who definitely have. There's a few that I don't know if they have or not.
Everyone should be posting like a photo off their sticker run in the network chat, right? So.
Correct.
Yeah, so I told Leo to post photos. Leo took photos from my last sticker run. So I'm still waiting on that.
And I saw Clark and Jack hit up Evergreen, so maybe we'll get another college news article written. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that. Oh yeah, man, that college is. Always wanted to do that. The college was one of the things that first got me like kind of red pilled because they were like trying to like segregate whites and stuff, and they were like one of the first colleges that really started like all this kiked up like Marxism that started in 2016. All right, unless you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, that concludes the meeting. We'll coordinate and plan some activism for this weekend, and then more details about that will come out before the week. I'd like to see all of you get a sticker run in this week on your own. And then we'll try to get some big actions done this weekend. Sound good?
Sounds good. And then I sent you the video of that banner that I took, so that's good, right? Are you gonna send that in, or?
Yes, I included that in the mega folder.
Okay, perfect.
Well, sounds good. I have a work meeting in 15 minutes, so I'm gonna have to drop off here.
Oof. Go, you got a snack?
Sorry, what was that?
I said better go pee and get a snack.
Yep, gonna do that. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, bye, Vincent.